It was March of 2017 when Club Penguin was shut down forever. And I was not there. I slept in or something. Disney pulled the plug on this game to focus on Club Penguin Island, a spiritual successor of sorts. Club Penguin Island then went on to be shut down December of 2018, and ever since, the Club Penguin brand has essentially been dead. Although I didn't play the game as much in its later years, I do sort of miss it. And sure, there are fan-made servers and recreations, but the original game itself is gone and won't ever resurface. But its legacy will live on, and you can relive it right now for $19.95 plus shipping and handling. Okay, not too long ago, I went to a local shop and bought 2 games. One was Pop Tropica Adventures, and the other was Club Penguin Elite Penguin Force. I was considering talking about both for this video, but I'm lazy, oops. Elite Penguin Force was a game released back in 2008 for the Nintendo DS. It was basically an expansion of the secret missions from the original Club Penguin. I never owned this game growing up. I had the sequel, Herbert's Revenge, because as we all know, the sequels are always better than the original. Always. Anyway, since I now own the game, I can finally see what I was missing out on. Starting off, we have a few options, including a mic test and D-Gamer. Not sure what this is about. Alright, let's just connect to the internet right here. About what I expected. The window closes and, who the hell are you? Okay, I have an avatar, I guess. I can edit the avatar as well, which is pretty cool. This is getting pretty weird right now, so I'm gonna just exit out of this and go start the game. Okay, choose a color, pick a name, and then we are met with 4 options. Missions, multiplayer, minigames, and upload/download. Missions are the main part of the game, so let's go with that. The game starts us in the middle of town, with Aunt Arctic standing right there. She tells us to go read the newspaper in the coffee shop. We do so and find not only a puffle, but also a note. Now we have to go around the area looking for more pieces of paper. Elite Penguin Force is a point-and-click adventure game, just like the secret missions. You'll be exploring the island, looking around, talking to other penguins, and solving various puzzles. It's a pretty simple game. So simple, in fact, that you'll be playing mostly with the stylus and bottom screen. The face buttons don't even do anything here, as far as I'm aware. The D-pad can be used to move the cursor, which you can do with the stylus anyway. Interesting choice. Back to the game, we find all the pieces of paper and it forms a map to the lighthouse. There we meet Dot, who decides we are qualified to become an agent for the Elite Penguin Force. The bar for EPF agents must be pretty low. Dot asks us to meet at the dojo. Mission 2, we are tasked with finding a secret room in a dojo. I found it by complete accident. Inside, we get our first glance at the director and some other penguin named PH. They give us a whistle and a red puffle named Blast. Puffles are used to solve puzzles throughout the game. For example, Blast here can break certain crates and structures. Now we have to head over to the sports shop. It's kind of nostalgic seeing this old place, considering it blew up and got replaced by a weird phone facility. And look at that, the old PSA headquarters is here as well. Dot draws our attention towards this closet, which requires a passcode to unlock. What is 1000 times 3? I came here to be a secret agent, not learn basic multiplication. Surprise! The closet was a secret entrance the whole time. Welcome to the Epf Command Room. And I gotta be honest, I prefer the PSA headquarters. The director gives us 2 halves of a spy gadget. It looks like a DS, that's cute. And then Dot locks us in the room. This whole sequence serves as a tutorial for 2 things. 1, combining items, and 2, using the spy gadget. One of the uses of the spy gadget is deciphering secret messages, and it is the absolute worst. Okay, it's not bad or even that difficult, it's just incredibly time consuming. You have to scroll through the list of symbols, write down the corresponding letter, the messages can be pretty long, I hate everything about this. Anyway, Mission 2 ends with us becoming an official EPF agent. At the end of each mission, you're automatically placed at the area to start the next story mission. However, you are free to explore the island and do side missions, which I did. For this mission, I found this guy in the forest who was looking over some symbols in the snow. Oh boy, time to decipher. Invasion. The mothership landed in town. Great, so now aliens are invading because why not? Let's just head over to the town real quick and son of a bitch. Another message, this one says underground, hide in mines until invasion. So hop over to the mines and oh for fuck's sake. Exposure, the invasion begins soon on the hill. Head to the ski hill for the final code. I didn't even bother solving this one and just brute force the questions at the end. And guess what? All of this for a helmet! Wonderful, I fucking hate you. At this point, I'm just gonna go ignore the side missions and just skim over the rest of the story missions. I didn't actually intend to beat the game, but it turns out that Elite Penguin Force is a lot shorter than I expected. 4 hours, and probably shorter if you use a guide. To talk about the story missions themselves, they're okay. I wouldn't say any of them are as interesting or memorable as anything from the original game, plus they feel a lot shorter and easier, though maybe that's because I'm not a stupid child anymore, I don't know. If I can compliment anything here, I do like that there is an overarching storyline. Each mission starting from number 4 naturally leads into the next one, which I think is cool. Another small thing is that at certain points, sometimes you have to do a minigame. I don't remember this being a thing in the original secret missions, and I like it. It makes the missions feel a bit more interesting. So, what is the story? Starting from mission 4, Gary the Gadget guy has gone missing, and you, a new recruit, are tasked with finding him. Dot and Jetpack guy here are supposed to help, but honestly they kinda just stand there for the whole mission. You get into Gary's gadget room and obtain the Feather Duster, truly the most high-tech devices for the Elite Penguin Force. Use the Feather Duster on this pile of snow to obtain the key to Gary's room, at which point the key breaks and you can't get into his room. Well, that was pointless. Mission 5, cheer up this black puffle named Flare and get the key to Gary's room. A blueprint is on the ground and requires decoding to understand. Super Power Flashlight. That tells me nothing. Mission 6, our search for Gary leads us into the mines. Build a minecart and head inside. Turns out that Gary has been stuck under a minecart the whole time, nothing a few balloons can't fix. Apparently he's also suffering from some memory loss and doesn't remember why he was down there in the first place. Steal his flashlight module and use it to head deeper into the cavern. At the end we get a glimpse of a shadow. Mission 7, 2 puffles are on the loose. One's out in the ice rink and the other's just jamming out in the nightclub. There's another minigame here, Simon says, though you have to rotate the DS to play. Gee, it sure would suck if I were recording this game through emulation so the perspective is all messed up, right? Right? Anyway, after that, someone manages to steal an entire boiler without anyone noticing. How? We notify the director, who suggests we should focus on completing our puffle training first. Mission 8, the mission has you get the remaining 2 puffles and includes a final test. That's it, moving on. Mission 9 serves as an introduction to the Trekker. One semi-mediocre minigame later, and we end up at the cave area for Mission 3. I forgot to mention Mission 3. Gary also finally remembers what he was doing in the mine. At some point, Gary invented 3 robots for testing purposes. They became intelligent and ran off. Gary then built a Trekker and followed them into the mines. Mission 10. From this point onwards, the story revolves around the 3 robots. Mission 10 specifically is about finding clues and tracking them down. What we can gather is that the robots seem to be stealing resources and various objects. Mission 11. We find the first robot in the gift shop and dismantle him through the power of more stylish minigames. Mission 12. Literally the same thing, only with the other 2 robots. These missions require the use of multiple puffles to take down the robots. Neat idea, but it's basically just trial and error until you find the right puffle for the job. Anyway, with all 3 robots being dealt with, head over to the theater for a surprise party and roll credits. And each roll is credited to a different character from the game, that's cute. About 5 seconds later, Mission 13 starts. Gary's missing, alongside the elite puffles. There's a hole in the gadget room, which seems just a tiny bit suspicious. Taking the Trekker leads directly to the cave once again, containing the 4th and final robot, Ultimate Protobot. I remember as a kid seeing videos online of this mission, and I'll be honest, this thing terrified me at the time. I think it has to do with the fact that it's the only 3D object in the game. It looks so jarring and out of place. It's animated way too smoothly here compared to everything else. The mission itself will take you around the map, tracking down Protobot and saving the puffles one by one. Because of that, it's pretty easy to figure out what to do in each sequence. In fact, I'd say it's easier than most of the missions in the game. Deactivate Protobot using more stylish minigames, and the day is finally saved. And that was Club Penguin Elite Penguin Force. It was alright. I want to be clear that my love for this game is purely due to nostalgia for Club Penguin itself. On its own, it's a short, incredibly simple, easy point and click. Sure, that makes it great for kids to play, but I don't think there's enough here to justify a purchase. Especially since the original had missions that felt more fleshed out than these. That being said, if you love Club Penguin, then go ahead, check it out. It has some nice historic value, and there are a few things I haven't done yet, including a bunch of side missions and a multiplayer mode. The moral of today's episode is, spies are forever, Club Penguin is not. So I found it a bit interesting how this video turned out to be almost exactly 10 minutes long. So here's another interesting fact. If you go into How Long to Beat and search up Club Penguin, you'll be extremely disappointed.